I talked about why I stopped making it. Okay, I talked about what I did the past couple of years. I never really talked about the Ashes thing, and I wasn't able to because there we go. Mic was off. I don't know why my mic was off, but my mic was off. I mean, that's a good start. That's a very good start. So yeah, I'm back. It's Friday. And I decided that today is officially my first stream. I know I said on Monday was my first stream, but honestly, and this is just like this is why I really did miss streaming, because if you're a hobby streamer like me, like this is not my full-time job. It's never going to be my full-time job. But if you're a hobby streamer, you're not a professional in that sense. Stuff always goes wrong, right? So for example, on Monday, I was streaming for like 10 minutes. Mic wasn't working properly, right? I had to fix that. Then on Wednesday, we discovered that the fucking webcam I have, or the camera that I'm using, isn't really the best for streaming, because it's the Razer Kaio Plus Ultra that I bought last year. I had it for like a year. Same thing with my monitor. I had my monitor for 2 years, but I just upgraded my PC, so that's why I'm using that stuff now. So I wasn't 100% sure it would work the way I wanted to. And we discovered that the fucking webcam and my monitor and everything doesn't work well together, because my monitor is kind of bright and my lighting setup is kind of shit, and the webcam is kind of shit when you do a lot of things at the same time. And there's a lot of like different light values going on left and right. For example, if I play a game that has a lot of shit going on, the picture becomes fucking horrible. Like right now, I'm not bitching, I'm not complaining. This is fucking woo. This is probably the best I ever looked on stream. But since I'm also streaming to YouTube at the same time, yeah, I'm gonna upgrade. So the next two things, like I got a really fucking good computer now, right? I got a 4090, I got a 9800 X3D, I got 64 DDR5 RAM. I have like 6 terabytes of memory of space where what I gonna use for recording. Also, it's a really good machine. It's a really fucking. It cost me like $5,000, right? And that was during the whole fucking the 5090s coming out and all the prices were going up. I got really lucky with this machine. So that's why today is my officially like, hey, this is like a streaming day. This is like for fucking, gaming and shit, right? So I want to go through a couple things. Through a couple things. Number one, I'm back. Yay. Different name. Reason B. I picked the name. I didn't pick the name BC Giant. BC Giant was my gaming name for like ever. I never really thought about doing YouTube and streaming, but I just got kind of thrown into it, and then it became a hobby. Like I started streaming to show people in my guilds, this is how you do it. That was like before Discord and all that jazz, right? It was back like during TeamSpeak days. That's how fucking old I am. And YouTube, I started in support of, Ashes of Creation, because back then when I did it, there was only like a handful of people that did it. And ever since then, Asmongold and Lazy Peon, like everybody's doing Ashes of Creation content now, so that's fine. I'm not complaining. So, but because of that, I discovered this sort of thing is my hobby. I don't give a fuck if I'm streaming to one person or to like 15. Don't care. I don't care. Can be 5,000, can be one person. Because mostly I'm streaming to myself. Because, you know, if you're a hobby streamer, you are your own best viewer, period. But no, I discovered that tinkering around with this shit, and I'm gonna get into that next. Right? I'm gonna get into that next. Tinkering around with my stream. Graphics, making all the graphics, you know, set up and everything. You see how the fucking webcam is like the light. As soon as I move, I'm never fucking ever buying Razer products fucking again. I used to have a Razer Naga, fucking worst fucking thing I ever fucking bought. And now, and I hope it never breaks, I'm still using the Logitech G600, which in my opinion is the best gaming mouse fucking ever, period. And Logitech stopped making them because they never fucking break. Like this thing is like, I think like 10 years old now. Still fucking works. Just take a little care of it, clean it. Works like a charm. So yeah. I talked about why I stopped making it. Okay, I talked about what I did the past couple of years. I never really talked about the Ashes thing. And I wasn't able to because focus on other shit, you know, work life, school, and all that stuff. And as you can see, I got a little bit fatter, which is now my main project, is getting back into shape. Like this is, like I said, this is just a hobby. But anyways, I decided then, I think like 2 years ago or a year ago, I kind of missed the whole process of, you know, streaming, making YouTube content and all that stuff. And so I decided, yeah, I'm gonna do this again, but not for one particular game like I did in the past. And I'm not gonna join a whole like game community and interact with people like that. I'm most likely never gonna get any viewers, which is fucking fine with me. Because again, and I said this in the video, this is my creative outlet. This is my zen place. This is where I can come relax and just have fun, right? Like for example, Wednesday, I streamed for 2 hours. And then I read up on the fucking hardware. I read up on how the webcam works. I went into documentations and Reddit posts and videos till I figured out how I can make it work as best as I could with what I have. And I think right now, I mean, honestly, I kind of don't want to go to my stream, but I'm gonna to. And I'm pretty sure. Whoa, fuck! I have to mute myself. And even on Twitch, you know what? I kind of have to work on the. I kind of noticed that. Kind of have to work on the focus a little bit. Like I have autofocus off, but I mean, compared to the streams I did back when I did the podcast, this is fucking. I fucking love it. I even have new lights and everything, and I keep looking at myself, and I really have to say I'm one ugly motherfucker. But anyways, back to all of this, right? So I decided to start streaming again as a hobby. I did everything on my stream myself. You know, I did the intro art. I didn't do the song. Somebody else actually paid somebody to make that song for me way back in the day. Which, you know, when I decided, hey, if I'm gonna be a content creator, even if it's just a hobby content creator, I'm gonna have a cool ass name, not BC Giant or the Big Chick Giant, because back then I was really bad with picking games for video games, names for video games. So that's why I came up with Grinning Jack. Number one, I love Halloween. I always loved Halloween, and carving pumpkins every year is one of my favorite things to do. Blue is one of my favorite colors, and then that's how the mask got created. And I couldn't call myself Pumpkin Jack. I couldn't call myself. I had another name in mind, so I did a little bit of research, saw what names were available. You know, what is a name not a lot of people use as their Twitch name or their YouTube name. So that's how Grinning Jack was born, and I kind of want to have a fun thing going on here on the stream. And yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much where we at. I want to show you guys a couple things. So I met a very talented artist. Like I did my own VTuber model back in the day, right? But I was never a fan of the whole face rigging and all that stuff. I don't know, just always like when I did it, when I tried it out, it was just super annoying for me. Super annoying because you had to have really bright lights, and just the way it wasn't fun for me. So I met this guy, and he also makes he makes what's called PNG tubers. So I showed him like my design for my character, for my logo, and everything, and we came up with this. So yeah, so normally this thing right now should be talking. I don't know why it's not talking. Let me go and check why it's not talking. Oh yeah, because it has the wrong. So yeah, now it's talking. So yeah, so we decided that sometimes when I play video games, I don't want to have a camera or the lights. I'm like I said, hobby content creator, hobby streamer. So I work 40 days, and then when I come home, sometimes I just want to game without having a light into my face. So we decided, hey, this would actually be a good way to deal with that. So I'm not a VTuber. I'm not any of that guys. Like hi, this is my face. Hi, I'm not a VTuber. I'm not trying to be. Well, this is a really bad demonstration. I do apologize for that. I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna get it to work, because it has to run as an admin from the start, right? It has to run as an admin from the start, but OBS also runs as an admin. So I think that is where the issue is. Because if I do the manual key input like this, right? It works. Right? I got all these cool things going on. But as soon as I do them via my Stream Deck, which I also bought myself, it's a nice Stream Deck, nothing happens. And that's still something I have to figure out, which I will, because that's the fun part. That's the fun part. That's the fun part for me, at least. So, anyways, today is the first official stream. No tinkering. I'm gonna do this on the weekend. I'm not tinkering with that right now. The lights are good. Everything is fine. So I figured one thing we could do, or one thing we should do, is play some Baldur's Gate. Because, I had it for a while now. I couldn't play it on my old PC. But yeah, let's get into it. I already played a little bit.